Hi, this is Jacqueline from Pilates Space. This is part 2 of Fletcher Towelwork. You can certainly do this following part 1. That might be a lot of pulling of the towel, however, so you just want to include some pushing for the health of your shoulder girdle. So I'm going to include some pushing within the warm-up and transitions. If you have a magic circle at home, then keep up with magic circle and towel work, sort of 50-50. And you can always get down and keep your push-ups within your week also. So whether that's modified on your knees or full push-ups. I think that's it. So here we go. Let's place the towel down on the floor. And you can always stand together or hip width. Let's press or let's push the hands into one another quite strongly. And then we'll start with our breath from here. So we'll inhale. So perhaps the push releases a little bit on the inhale. Feel the expansion and then pressing into your hands. Do a few more. Take a few more breaths, keep your toes lifted. One more, and find that whole line of energy. Let's circle the shoulders. And as we turn our head, pay attention to your focus and really look far and try to see something. And use your eyes to scan your whole room. So as we're moving through the spinal mechanics today, I want you to use your eyes and see how the space changes as we're moving, okay? So I'm going to turn my towel. Let's roll down on 4 breaths, and we're going to roll back up, and we'll do that again.
Rolling up, starting from the bottom of the spine. Also take in how this feels at this point so that we can reassess with your roll down at the end. So let's take our towel in the center and roll up.
Okay. So we'll repeat a few pulls as we did in the part 1. Always important to establish a broad and connected shoulder girdle. So let's pull here. remember that pull is isometric. So once my shoulders are anchored, they're staying there. And then if I change to about double my shoulder width for the pulls at sternum height. Remember that alignment of the elbows from part 1. And then pull and hold. So the shape of the arms and the pull of the towel remains as you move up on the inhalation and as you come back down on the exhalation. And let's lengthen up through our waist as we do this. So we're feeling a little more length before we prepare to move the spine. And let's establish our pulls up here. And then we'll bring the towel and rest it here for a moment. So I wanted to get you actually to just give a little rub to the parts of the spine that we're about to move. So rub at the sides of the waist, rub along the back. So this is an indication for your brain to pay attention to this area. And we may as well do that in the front. It feels good also. And if you can get at all to the top, that doesn't hurt either. Okay, so a nice vigorous rub. All right, so we'll start with a hip stretch. So let's take a turned out base. So you want to lengthen in the middle, keep the towel pulled taut, reach the hip to the side, and bend equally in opposition. Hopefully that's equal. And then lift in both sides of the waist to come back to the center. From the side of the hip, a small pulse to deepen. go to a parallel position. We're going to pull a little bit, and here's a push. And every time you push, resist through the air a little bit more. I'm almost trembling here. We're going to go to the side. Remember to use your eyes. And now we're ready for some rotation. Let's go to a parallel position, and we'll start at sternum height. Reset that pull. Think about the feet sliding in towards your midline so you feel some connection up through the legs, and remember the length as we move. So we'll pull. Try to keep your hips to the front as your rib cage rotates, and try to keep the center of the towel in line with the center of your body. Let's try a few more. Let's repeat the same thing overhead. Now, without the help of the mirror, you want to keep this frame around your head. So hopefully as you rotate, that is remaining the same. So it's a bit of an exercise in awareness also, all the way to the side and all the way to return. Reassess that pull. Here we go. One more each side. I don't know about you, but my arms need a little break. Let's move from the bottom half a little bit. So we'll plie here and stretch back. We'll pulse. the toes. And let's turn out. So we'll plie here and stretch. We'll bring the hands to the pelvis, keeping it stable as we lift the heels. So again, here in this position, feel like you're drawing the floor in towards you, so you feel some connection in the legs and lengthening all the way up. We're going into our side bends. Lifting up and over. So push very strongly as you turn in that back leg. So we have a pull, we're centered, and we have a push. Let's side bend on 2 breaths. So now I have to go up and over both times. Let's go the same way. That's a little bit tight. Other side. Now I'd like you to contract forward, just like your upper contraction. Keep the towel over the crown of the head and then come back up. Just so we know what that position is. So that contraction is like your hundreds, okay? So this will be our last thing. And use your eyes again so you don't fall over. So if we put our side bend and that together, we have a little halfway around the world. same way. Check your pull, and we go the other side. Let's walk in again with our turning in, one leg at a time. I'm trying to keep things as simple and as clean as possible so it's easy to follow. So there's definitely going to be some repetition, but that's all right. And we'll fist and we'll stretch. And when you press back this time, let's high lift. So we'll do and just stay center. Slow down your breath. Thanks again for watching. Remember to subscribe to our channel, and I look forward to moving with you again. See you soon.